Todd is great and he is always baked. Morning sun shining, we can't be late. Coffee brewing, tunes on the go. Knock, knock, knock. It's the Todd and Joe Morning Show.
Hey, Toddifer, what is going on, my man?
Hello, sir.
How are you doing? What does that say? Oh, that's the Trop Cherry you were telling me about. Trop Cherry.
I don't know if it'll do any justice on this camera, but I'll try.
Look.
Not really. It's definitely prettier in person.
Well, I know typically should be better quality when we upload it. Now, if you wanted to partake in something very similar to Trop Cherry, where would one?
I believe this person carries House of Sachi.
Dead, man.
I hear somebody say they need to get high.
Dude, I need to get high. It's dead. Where can I go?
Oh, I know a place.
And as I showed Mr. Stones that day, this was the magical place to get all of the highest grade cannabis flower, pre-rolls, vaporizers, concentrates, edibles, topicals, accessories, gummies, creams, and so much more. Just take a little trip down to 4656 Onondaga Boulevard, Syracuse, New York, and get some bud from our bud, Joe, at Joe's Buds. Maybe you can be our bud too.
Woo.
Yeah, drugs. You can buy it at the store now. It's crazy.
It really is absolutely insane. Oh, dude, like 16-year-old me who was buying dime bags in the hallway for like $10 and now like the first time going into a dispensary, it's wild. It's a wild thing, guys.
Because every dispensary is different. So it's a different.
It is too.
Different experience.
Like, so I've now have gone to dispensaries in 4 states: New York, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Arizona.
They all smell.
No, actually, that one was probably the coolest one, to tell you the truth. It was right across from Fenway Stadium. But like, so it was like 2 stories, but you like walk in ground level, and it was almost like, dude, it kind of reminded me of like a skate shop, like back in the day. It had like skateboards and like sneakers and everything, and then you walk down these stairs, and it was just this massive. It's like probably about the size of a basketball court room. And it had like places off to the left where like vendors could go. So like nobody was actually in those little spots. And they actually had a studio in the back for recording podcasts and like having like art shows and stuff. But what they said was, which I found very, very interesting, Massachusetts state's law, you can't like smoke on premises, so the same place where you sell it. Where New York doesn't have that same issue. Like you have like smoking rooms, you're allowed to have these places for it. And Massachusetts did not. So like they're like, yeah, it'd be great if we could, like have the different companies come in and like smoke with us and like talk about it and everything, but we can't. It sucked. But with that being said, what do you got for us today, Todd?
Todd News, where the useless news comes first.
I got a bunch of shit but not in here. Only
Good.
two of these things, which is fine because we have a bunch of other shit to talk about that is more exciting than odd news. Yeah, that's right. Because it's really just kind of a couple just meh stories, but weird enough that I wanted to share them, especially
I'm
this
ready.
one, where residents of a southern Wisconsin town have been dealing with an unusual group of local ruffians. A flock of
Ruffians?
aggressive wild turkeys.
Oh no.
Janesville neighbor Lawrence Meyer, who recorded videos of the turkeys chasing a postal worker down a neighborhood road, said his 8-year-old son also had a run-in with the birds while crossing the street. As he was crossing the street, the turkey started chasing after him. It's scary. Like, these are big birds, and their fucking shit that they have, like their nails are, they will fuck
Their
you
talons.
up. Like
Their talons,
like,
dude.
Yeah. They're as tall as my son, which is not wrong. They are about as big as like an 8-year-old. When they fluff their feathers, they're scary. They're huge to an 8-year-old. He said the birds weren't always so aggressive. I love wildlife. At first, the turkeys were cool. They brought life to the neighborhood. As it developed, they've become a nuisance. They block traffic. They've caused accidents. They went after my mailman. Jason Cotter, a Wisconsin Department of Natural Resource Wildlife biologist for Rock County, said turkeys tend to flock together during the winter, but it's not common for them to become as aggressive as the Janesville birds. It's more of a rarity than it is common. We have heard of flocks in urban areas, obviously around the state, but these particular birds in Janesville have been seemingly causing a stir with folks getting in and out of cars, mailmen, children going to school. Cotter recommended residents take steps to make themselves appear larger, such as carrying an umbrella. Because now we're just going to chase turkeys around with umbrellas. They're going to fucking Sean Connery, Indiana Jones that shit. The Wisconsin DNR said it is consulting with USDA Wildlife Services to come up with a plan to resolve Janesville's situation. Officials say the birds might end up being relocated, hopefully.
Yeah, relocated with a bed of lettuce and tomato and bacon.
Yeah. This one is a world record. Nothing crazy, but pretty.
I got a
much.
turkey
Something
story.
That, again, turkey it up.
So when I was a kid, when we lived in Frankfurt before we lived overseas, we had a massive field that was like part of our lawn that had to be mowed. And I'm like, when I was like 6, my dad like taught me how to use the John Deere rider and whatever. So like on the edge of our property, the neighbor had trees that overhang with our property. And I'll never forget, I'm mowing the lawn one day, and as I'm driving that edge, this motherfucker comes down on top of the John Deere, and I jumped off and like freaked out, and it was fuck them, shoot them.
They're not. They're fucking. They will fuck you up if they really want to. Especially the males, like they will fuck you up. So yeah, world record again. I think the last time I did a world record and I felt like it was an earned world record. I feel like this one is as well because it's creative and not stupid.
So it must not be David Rush.
No. A student at Scotland's Glasgow School of Art used nearly 200 feet of corduroy fabric to create the world's largest sock monkey sculpture. That's world record worthy to me. That takes skill and ability to fucking make that. Amelia Evans Munton, 22, says she started to work on her massive plushie as a passion project for her degree show and only later realized it might be the largest in the world. My dad pointed out it was probably the largest in the world and encouraged me to contact Guinness World Records. Evans told Guinness World Records. The final sculpture, which was stuffed with 40 straw bales, measures 49 feet and 6 inches long. As a large part of my sculpture practice is focused on scale and making my audience feel small again in comparison to such a big object to encourage the perhaps repressed childlike fascination that exists in all. The sock monkey also has massive buttons for eyes. I repurposed recycled scaffolding board wood into the giant buttons for the eyes, which are 5 feet wide each, the artist said. The sock monkey was introduced to the public at Field Maneuvers Festival in Norfolk, England. Visitors were encouraged to interact with the massive toy. Massive toy.
Wild. Like, I kind of want to like lay on it and go to sleep on it. Like, that sounds like it. No, because it's stuffed with hay. If we stuffed it with like some of that maybe like Tempur-Pedic material,
or just like sheep, just put just a bunch of sheep in there and just lay on it.
Weird.
How am I going to count? Works, isn't it? Isn't that how?
Yeah, but how am I going to count them?
And you feel like a different head like ram into you, just fucking count it, even if it's the same sheep.
Whoa. Wow. Okay, and we are. It only took us a little over 10 minutes to go off the rails this week. We're doing better.
It's true.
Oh yeah, boy.
What else do we got, Todifer?
So, I saw these two different things. We're going to do one, then the other. See? That's how, when you have two things, that's how it works.
Typically, yes.
So, I wasn't aware until yesterday, and I don't know if you were aware. If you weren't aware, now you will be aware, that there were a few games, Nintendo 64 games. I can't remember how many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There was 8 of them that you could not buy, and you could only rent them from Blockbuster.
Really?
Did you know this was a thing?
No.
Yes.
What are the games?
So, the games are Clay Fighter 63 and a third, the Sculptor's Cut, which I remember the Clay Fighter games.
I did play that one.
They're so like, and now they're like super rare. So that one, if you just have the cartridge, it's worth. Oh, when this was written. Oh, this was written a while ago. So like 15 fucking years ago, or 14 years ago, the cartridge was worth $65. If you had the whole thing, like box and all, it was $900.
Damn.
The next one is called Stunt Racer, and it just looks as that. Kind of futuristic cars that are like on some crazy racetrack. Transformers, Beast Wars, Transmetals.
Remember that?
It's a 3D fighting game.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I remember it.
Blitz Special Edition.
We did talk about Blitz. Was it last week?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah. It's just the normal version, but it had an updated roster, schedules, and uniforms. This was even a game. The next one was Razor Freestyle Scooter.
I didn't realize that was a game.
Blockbuster exclusive. I'll tell you how awesome of a game it is. Even as rare as it is, the cartridge is $5 and the complete thing is $20. That's how much it's worth. So, the next one is Track and Field, or International Track and Field 2000.
Like, to think people wasted time on making these.
Yeah, but you know what? If you think about it, if Blockbuster was like, "Hey, this company, however many Blockbusters there are, hey, we want to buy, this many copies of this game only for us," And then, you know, they fucking whatever, and they just keep buying it. It's extra fucking shit. And Blockbuster makes a ton of money too, because you're going to have people like, oh man, well,
Todd,
I
how
can't-
much money
what?
do you think how much money do you think international track and field actually made? Do you think they made their money back? I can't
Well, yeah,
imagine.
because fucking who? Blockbuster or the company?
The company that made the game.
Well, yeah, they probably made their money back because they bought it. Blockbuster probably bought the shit outright and then rented it and made their money back. So all the companies made money. It's just if Blockbuster made their money back on the games is the question.
Field
The next one,
2000.
yes, the next one is Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine.
I don't remember that. Do you?
No, I wish I had known about it. I would have gone to Blockbuster and rented it.
Right.
And then the last one is it was I guess a port of a PC game called like Dekanatana or something. Yeah, it's weird. It's like katana with like a fucking DAI in front of it. Daikatana? yeah.
John
Yep, so
Romero's
those were
De Quintana.
8 games you could only rent from Blockbuster, never sold in stores.
Oh, that's kind of wild. I didn't like it makes sense, and I probably knew at some point that they had some shit like that, but because like I've always wondered. So like with the Funko Pops, for example, say they have like a Wolverine one, and they have you go to Walgreens. The Walgreens has a certain variant of the costume, and it used to be like Walgreens, Walmart, Toys R Us, Target, Best Buy. And I have a couple of the Toys R Us exclusive ones. I should probably look into that. My brother-in-law has a crazy collection. Like hundreds upon hundreds of them.
That's a lot.
So,
so this next thing I'm quite excited about.
yeah. Okay.
Like
I'm
genuinely,
this.
actually, like I am excited about this. Kind of makes my pants tight. Tubi, the free popular ad-supported streaming service, is set to delight fans of classic animation with a major expansion of its library in March 2026.
Go on.
Starting March 1st, the platform will add a substantial lineup of beloved Cartoon Network series that from the late 90s and early 2000s, bringing back some of the most iconic shows that defined a generation of viewers. And and the rest of the internet, but me right here in front of my fucking face, I got the whole list, Joe.
Wow.
All of them.
You got the entire list?
Yes. Every show that they are putting on, I have it.
Give me it. Give it to me. Give it to me.
All right. It's enough of an order. The Abbott and Costello cartoons, the original Addams Family, like cartoon from 74.
Okay.
The Adventures of Batman.
Oh.
Animaniacs. Aquaman. Astro and the Space Mutts. Adam Ant. Baby Looney Tunes. Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Be Cool, Scooby-Doo. Beetlejuice. Ben 10 from 2005.
Okay.
Beware the Batman. Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels.
Caveman!
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
Codename.
He's a hero.
Kids Next Door.
Gonna bring
Courage the
pollution
Cowardly
down
Dog.
to zero.
Cow and Chicken. Dastardly and the Muttley and their Flying Machines. Dexter's Laboratory. Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. Dragon's Lair. Duck Dodgers, Dukes of Hazzard, the animated series, Dumb and Dumber, the animated series, Dino Mutt, Dog Wonder, Ed, Ed and Eddie, Evil Con Carne, Flintstone Family Adventures, Flintstone Kids, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Freakazoid, Great Grape Ape, Help, It's the Hair Bear Bunch, Hong Kong Fooey, Johnny Quest, Justice League Action, Crypto the Superdog, Legion of Superheroes, Lunatics Unleashed, Looney Tunes 3D Shorts, Looney Tunes Cartoons, Mad, Magilla Gorilla, Mucho Lucha, New Looney Tunes Show, New Scooby-Doo Mysteries, Paddington Bear, Pebbles and Bam Bam, Perils of Penelope Pitstop, Pinky and the Brain, Pinky
Did
Elmira.
you just have a stroke?
What?
You almost sounded like you had a stroke.
Yeah, that was a weird one to say. Pinky and the Brain, Pinky Elmira and the Brain, Powerpuff Girls, Pup Named Scooby-Doo, Quick Draw McGraw, Ricochet Rabbit, Scooby and Scrappy-Doo, Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, Shaggy and Scooby Get a Clue, The Smurfs, Snagglepuss, Static Shock, Super Friends, Supernatural, the anime series.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've seen like stuff about it.
I didn't know it existed.
I'm not a big anime. I'm not a big
Me neither.
anime guy.
Me neither. Tasmania, Teen Titans, The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, The Batman, The completely mental misadventures of Ed Grimley, The Frankenstones, The Grim Adventures of Bill and Maddie, the Heathcliff and Dingbat Show. This next one, I absolutely love the movie and subsequently love the video game and the cartoon, The Mask.
Okay.
The New Adventures of Batman, The New Adventures of Gilligan, The New Fred and Barney Show, The New Scooby-Doo Movies, The Plastic Man Comedy Adventure Show, The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, The Secret Squirrel Show, The Super Globetrotters, The Yogi Bear Show, Tiny Toon Adventures, yes, Tom and Jerry Comedy Show, Tom and Jerry Kids, The Tom and Jerry Show, Tom and Jerry Tales, Top Cat, Unikitty, Wacky Races 2017, Yowlin Showdown,
Wow.
Yogi's Galaxy Goof Ups, Yogi's Gang, Yogi's Space Race, Yogi's Treasure Hunt.
Yo, that's a lot. Now, there is a armful of those cartoons that defined my childhood. Like, and even into my early 20s, like that original Teen Titans cartoon, I dug. Batman the Animated Series, Justice League, Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, like there is so much.
Forever.
Captain Planet, right? Like what's the Kid Flintstone one? Flintstone Kids. Like I love that one as well.
Hot, go planet! By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
A hero.
Take pollution down to zero. He's our powers magnified, and he's fighting on the planet side. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take.
They were kind of like the Power Rangers before the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Bad guys who like to loot and plunder.
There's the thunder.
But then again, that's
that
what
awesome.
Voltron was before that.
That's what like all those things were.
It's a random
Like,
feature.
they all were.
Aye, aye, Captain.
It was just a random like Bender in with the other Captain Planet things.
Aye, aye,
Makes
Captain.
sense to me. Okay. What else we got, Thad? Oh,
picture.
Sure.
This is where AI is just getting a little like just kind of I don't know, stupid. Is it? Where is it?
Oh, where is it, Todd?
I don't know. Share screen, window. Oh, there it is. How bad that is.
He
That's
looks
a
like
legit
something
thing that was off of Facebook. Like that's not like some made up crap. Like that is like a legit Walmart ad from Facebook.
That's fucking funny.
Like, come on now. Can't we do better than that? Like, I'm all day, but find a person. Like, it doesn't, like, it just looks just bad. Like, I don't know.
All right, so. All right, I got a question for you. So, penis. I couldn't I guess you'd have to call this a top. My topic is guilty pleasures. All right, but I wouldn't say this is necessarily. I don't know. I guess it. I don't know. So anyway, so we went to Walmart the other day. I got a new package of socks. There's something special and cathartic and relaxing of putting on a brand new pair of socks that have never been worn. Like, do you feel like, are you there with me on this?
I mean, yeah, I'm not like a huge like sock fan. I only have to like wear them when I have to. So like,
I hate socks. If I'm not at home, like the only time I wear socks is going to work. But that new pair of socks on your feet, and it feels so clean and fresh, and your toes are like, oh, I'm wrapped up in a little blankie, a little sleeping bag all my own. Like,
so with me, I am not. I prefer like a good, like decently worn in pair, only for the fact of like I don't like tight like shit on me. Like that I tend to wear my shirt like baggy and shit. That's why I usually wear shorts. Like I don't like
right.
tight things on me. So that's why I don't like, besides skinny pants looking just stupid, I also don't understand how people can wear them, because like I would be freaking out. Like I don't like that. So like, yeah, like I get what you're saying, but for me personally, like I like a little bit of like a broken in sock, because then it's not like all like against my feet and I just weird things about
Okay,
moving my appendages.
so I'm actually kind of glad like you don't agree with me, because I do like, so like, what is like a weird guilty pleasure? So like, we all have like guilty pleasure movies or books or like something, but like, give me a weird guilty pleasure like that.
Just
Somebody
hear
might not.
those sleigh bells jingling-a-ring-a-ting-a-ting-a-ling-a-too. Come on.
I mean, we legitimately listened to like 10 Christmas songs in that style at work one day, and it was amusing and enjoyable. Would that be a guilty pleasure?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I got a list. Here of some weird guilty pleasures, and I haven't read this, so I don't know how good these are. Let's see if you agree or you think it's weird. So, like, so say you are just meeting somebody for the first time, possibly going on a date, and you're talking to them, and they tell you, tell me if this is either a fucking deal breaker or you're still willing to take a risk on her. Okay. So you're at dinner and she tells you she loves popping pimples.
Not a deal breaker, but it depends on like if it's an obsession.
Okay. This one's weird. Using bobby pins as Q-tips.
That just hurts my ears. Move on, please.
Cracking their wrists, their knuckles, their back, or their neck.
I don't give a fuck. Half the time I wish I could do that shit because I'll be all like, eh.
Screaming or singing in the shower? I think that it should be two separate questions, because somebody singing in the shower, that's fine. But if like every morning they got into the shower and was just like, ah!
That's a bit
that I don't know if I could do. That they purposely eat their pizza cold the next.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not a cold pizza kind of guy, but I'll never be like, oh my gosh.
Like, I like cold pizza the next day for breakfast. I'm cool with it. Peeling scabs.
I'm not, whatever.
So, like, what if your significant other like taking your scabs?
Sure.
All right. See, Maria, you're not that weird. Somebody who rewatches their own like Snapchat, Facebook, or TikTok story.
Again, it depends on if it's just whatever or if it's an obsession. There are
Right.
people that just kind of look at it, and there's people that are like watching it for like, oh my God, I got another view. And, oh my God, I got another like, like that's where I get to like the line of like, if you're not making money off this shit, like, don't be like
that. Somebody who purposely like stalks other people on like social media.
Nah, that's just fucking weird. No, go away.
Somebody who purposely watches movies or TV shows that make them cry.
I guess, I mean, it depends on if they're doing it to get attention or if it's just some weird whatever that they enjoy somehow. If it's an attention, no. If it's just something that's their thing, then so be it.
Okay. If they're one of those people that say that they eat a slice of cheese every time they have a piece of chocolate to balance out the taste.
I've never experimented with this cheese chocolate thing, so I would actually be curious to try it first and then go from there if I want to judge them for being weirdos.
Okay. And then I have two more. One, having breakfast for dinner.
Ah, fuck no, dude. I do that all the time. That is tits. That is one of the best things in the fucking world. Like, brunch is fantastic, but to have like a good fucking breakfast for dinner is fucking.
I agree with you.
That is, yes.
And watching the entire Twilight series is their comfort, and they watch it nonstop.
Nope, hell no. Go the fuck away. Like, go with your sparkly vampires and bye-bye and be done with your, no, Skeletor looking bitch.
Skeletor looking bitch. Wow.
All
right.
Riff Tracks, when they did that one, said something.
So
Skeletor in a wig.
That is what I've brought to the table today.
Oh, okay. Well, I have one other thing that we can kind of briefly. There's 50 of them. We don't have to do all of them today. We can do all of them today. And I'll see if you agree. See, so we're kind of like turning it around. Now, you asked me if I could whatever this last one. I'm going to ask if you agree or disagree on this list of that we won't get through all today. 50 most disappointing movie sequels of all time.
Ooh.
So this is, I know you watch a lot of movies, so I'm going
to see.
This is Rolling Stone as well. Not the band, just the magazine, because...
so this is not Mick Jagger's list.
No, I'm pretty sure Keith Richards is kept alive by, like, heroin. I don't think he has blood anymore.
No, it's heroin from the 80s. It just hasn't worked its way through his system yet.
Exactly. So, yes, this is Rolling Stone's top 50 most disappointing movie sequels, according to them. And I'm going to ask Joe if he agrees or not. 50, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines.
Disappointed.
Number 49, Staying Alive, the sequel to, I believe, Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah. Disappointing.
Is that the dude from Airplane? Jurassic Park: The Lost World.
At the time, disappointing. In retrospect, I like that movie.
It's not a bad movie.
But
watching it now.
But yeah, for a sequel to that original Jurassic Park, yeah, I would say disappointing.
Bad Santa 2?
Yes.
This one was
Yes.
100% disappointing. Teen Wolf 2.
Yo, don't diss my man Jason Bateman. He's the best wrestler ever. And that movie was extremely disappointing.
Men in Black International.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be good. I thought there's a lot of potential. It got ruined.
This one I will agree with. The first was fantastic. The second one just, I don't know. Airplane 2, the sequel. Lethal Weapon 4.
Okay, this is going to be my first one saying no. I like that one. That's one with Chris Rock and Jet Li.
Yep. Chris Rock, Jet Li. Yep. Iron Man 2.
Oh no, I disagree with.
I might have to kind of agree with this one because I didn't feel that it was that great, me personally. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes,
It wouldn't be like it was disappointing, but it wasn't that great.
It wasn't as good as Ragnarok.
Yeah. Number 40 is Alien Resurrection.
Winona could not save that movie.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2, 2014.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. Jamie Foxx as Electro.
Yeah. U.S. Marshals.
Also, great fucking movie.
Yeah, they say caca.
Wesley Snipes, Tommy Lee Jones reprising his role as the Marshal from The Fugitive.
Yeah. Star Trek V, The Final Frontier.
I don't remember which one that is. So, yeah.
Yeah. This one, yeah. Caddyshack 2.
Yeah. It definitely was a weak imitation of the original. And Dan Aykroyd could not fill Bill Murray's shoes in that movie, sadly.
Number 35 is Halloween Kills from 2021.
That's, yeah. They kind of, they dropped the ball with those sequels.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania.
Yeah, so I actually just rewatched this not too long ago, and it's not so much their fault. The pacing of the movie is super, super weird because you go into like the quantum realm like within the first 10 minutes. And they had all that like domestic shit going on with the dude who played Kang. So he did this and then he did Loki season 2. And they like teased him up to be the next big bad guy, but then they fired him. So then that's how we ended up with this Robert Downey Jr. going to be Doctor Doom scenario. But they fucked around a little too much with, yeah, it was disappointing. Again, Bill Murray couldn't save this movie now because Bill Murray's in this.
True. I never watched any of these movies, but The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1.
I like the Hunger Game movies. I read all the books. The books are definitely better, but None of these movies were disappointing. They were what they were. Like, if you are into the concept of it, none of those movies were really disappointing.
Godfather Part 3.
Move on.
Jaws 2.
You continue. We might make it through this 50.
Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2.
Oh my god, that movie
The
is
original
awful.
wasn't that great,
For what it was, and at the time, Live Free and Die Hard.
Came out that it was fake. Yeah, Live Free or Die Hard.
I love that movie, so fuck off, Rolling Stone. Justin Long, Bruce Willis, Kevin Smith, Timothy Oliphant. That movie fucking, I like that movie. And for being the only Die Hard that's PG-13, it fucking kicks ass.
Major League 2.
Yes, this is awful. But like when Wesley Snipes didn't come back, and like I like Omar Epps, don't get me wrong, but he couldn't. It didn't hit the same. Did not hit the same.
It went from an R-rated movie to a PG-rated movie.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales.
So, I've only seen the first one of these.
Gotcha.
So, sure.
More American Graffiti, obviously the sequel.
Never saw the sequel. I didn't even know he made a sequel to it. When did he make that?
79.
So after Star Wars?
Yeah. The original American Graffiti in 1973 was such a colossal pop culture force that it somehow gave the world Happy Days, Star Wars, the entire concept of rock and roll oldies. So trying to see who was on it. It says nearly the entire cast except Richard Dreyfuss returned from the original. There's even a Harrison Ford cameo. But the story leaps erratically back and forth through time, sometimes using split screens. It's very hard to follow. That'd be nuts. Have two things going on at once. Oh, no. Ron Howard was in it, apparently.
Wow.
Coming to America, too.
Yeah, that was
the second Coming to America.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh, that was so disappointing. And I love Gal Gadot. I love the first Wonder Woman movie. And even Pedro Pascal could not save that fucking movie.
Zoolander 2.
Yes, it was very disappointing.
Star Trek Insurrection.
Yes.
City Slickers 2, The Legend of Curly's Gold.
So that was actually one of the movies I watched on the plane when I was in 4th grade, moving from New York to Turkey. So even though it is the subpar of the City Slicker set, I guess they'd be a set.
Yeah, I guess so.
It has a special place in my heart. And they just bring Curly back with his twin brother.
Blues Brothers 2000. Of course it's terrible. It's nothing all day. You can't.
And I want to like it. I've tried to convince myself it's not that bad. I've watched it because John Goodman is good. That movie just is awful. It's awful.
Independence Day Resurgence. I never saw it.
Wish they would have got Will Smith. It needs Will Smith. It doesn't work without that Will Smith character.
Yeah. Cars 2.
That's the international spy one. It's just weird. And they redeem themselves with Cars 3. Like, it's just, it goes a little weird. Like, they're all very different movies. Like, I wouldn't call Cars 2 disappointing.
Terminator Salvation.
That's the one with Christian Bale. That's the one with, remember he got recorded like yelling at like a fucking assistant.
Oh yeah, yep.
Fuck you, you fucking yeah. That's
oh yeah. Am I going to walk around and rip your fucking lights down in the middle of the scene? Why the fuck are you walking right through this?
That movie's a weird. It was like they're trying to like they didn't like because Terminator 3 kind of failed. So with Salvation, and like honestly, still to this day, they don't know where to go with it. Like, honestly, the Sarah Connor Chronicles show was probably the best thing since like T2. Even though I liked Dark Fate, I don't know. They just didn't know what they do. And this was like, okay, we can go to the future where the war was, and people just didn't dig it. It just, and then you had a weird CGI Arnold in there. Yeah, that movie was disappointing.
Going back, Superman 4.
Remember like they used to have like the little kids storybooks of like the movie adaptations. I had the Superman 4 one. And what's the super fucking tan guy that's like Nazi Superman in that movie? What's his name? Do you remember?
Nuclear Man?
Yes. Dude, that movie is awful.
Calm down, dog. Sex in the City 2.
Okay. I am very aware of Sex in the City. I've seen episodes of the show. All right. I know I watched the finale of it with a girl I was talking to back in whenever 2004, 5, whenever. I've never seen either one of the movies, but I have watched the whole entire sequel series just like that with Maria. So I have a weird knowledge / I guess fandom because I don't hate all of it, but I've never seen the movies, so I don't know. I just know the new show on it. And I think there was like a CW prequel show too.
There might have been.
The Carrie Diaries. I think my ex-wife used to watch that.
All right.
Are you a Sex in the City guy?
No.
Is that your guilty pleasure, Todd?
No.
Carrie Bradshaw and the girls going around New York City drinking martinis and Cosmos.
No.
Look at you. You're blushing, Todd. Look at you.
Charmed.
I love.
I don't mind Charmed. That's decent.
I loved
show.
Alyssa Milano. Ugh.
Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Oh my God. Talk about this. That is the most disappointing out of all these movies so far for me.
Rocky 5
is the only Rocky movie I skip over.
Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise.
I like all those movies, even the later 90s direct-to-DVD ones. I love all those movies.
How about Batman?
Those movies would never work night. Oh my God. So, okay. I have a weird relationship with this movie because I look at Batman and Batman Returns as like a pair. All right. And then I kind of look at Batman Forever and Batman and Robin as like a pair. And Batman Forever and Batman and Robin was just the 90s version of the 60s TV show. And looking at it through that lens, because like when Tim Burton left, all the seriousness of those other two movies left with him. You traded out the goth for the neon lights. So looking at it through the lens of it's just the contemporary version of the 60s show, I love those movies. Those, like, I can sit there and fucking rip on that, and I need to be put in a good mood. Those movies will put me in a great mood. So no.
The Exorcist 2, The Heretic.
Oh god. All of them but the original are fucking trash.
True.
They're trash.
Terminator Dark Fate.
I like that one, so that one didn't disappoint me.
The Hangover 3.
It's like a completely different style of movie than the first two. Like, it's more of like that fear and loathing, like kind of like weird dark comedy vibe compared to the other two, which lean more into the slapstick. Like it's if you watch those movies like consecutively, there's a drastic shift in tone between the second and third one. So it's a good movie, but it's not the same kind of movie as the other two. So yeah, it would be a disappointment.
So I'm going to read the movie, then I have to read like the first 2 sentences because it made me chuckle. It is A Good Day to Die Hard. So let me read this 2 sentences because it's funny. Live Free or Die Hard is not a good movie by any standard, but it's practically Raiders of the Lost Ark compared to the flaming pile of dog shit that is 2013's A Good Day to Die Hard.
So,
is that a fair assessment?
That movie? Oh my god, yes. Like, so this actually came out on Valentine's Day, so almost 13 years ago today, almost. And me and my ex-wife went and saw this for Valentine's. And I just remember walking out of that movie. And you know, like sometimes like you really, really want to like a movie. So like as you're walking out of the movie, you're trying to like convince yourself why it was good. So when people ask you about it, you can like at least have something good to say about it. And I remember walking out of fucking Rome Cinema and being like, that was fucking awful. So, and I remember apologizing to my ex-wife for going to wasting Valentine's Day.
So this is quick because it just makes me laugh. I wish I read the rest of them. The plot barely matters, but it revolves around an ill-fated trip to Russia where he teams up with his son and fights all sorts of evil dudes. They visit Chernobyl, fire off about 10,000 rounds, 10,000 rounds of ammo, and a helicopter flies into a building. Bruce Willis says, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker," and everyone laughs because it reminds them of better Die Hard movies.
Right. Dude, they don't like reload ever in this movie. And like the way that like John McClane just is like, oh, like his son's like a secret fucking like CIA guy, and he thinks his son's like some fucking like loser drug addict. And so he gets a call his son's arrested in Russia, and he just hops on a plane, goes to Russia, and immediately like starts shooting people. And like somehow just like it's okay.
All right.
Like they ruined the fucking end of that franchise. Anyways, go on.
6 more. Speed 2, Cruise Control. We're not even going to talk about that.
Awful.
We're just,
so bad. It's awful.
Star
awful.
Trek Nemesis.
Awful. Awful.
Dumb and Dumber 2 from 2014.
Also awful.
This one I fucking fully agree with. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
1/4 awful. 1/4 awful.
Very awful. Highlander 2, The Quickening, which apparently had Sean Connery.
Okay, so I love the Highlander movies, like the first, I believe, 3 when I lived overseas. Again, Highlander to Highlander 2, it's almost like two completely different movies. Like the first one is very 80s, and then the second one, like it's like at the time, so this is like 92, 93. It's like 2000, so like it's like that gritty future kind of thing. Do you remember Highlander at all?
No, I would never watched it. I know there
So
can only
they
be just
are
one.
okay. If I recall correctly, there's some kind of alien race, and they have to kill each other until there is just one. And when that happens, then that person can start like living their life in aging. Like you have Christopher Lambert as, I think he's a Scottish guy. You have Sean Connery as a Spanish guy. It's a wild, actually, that I have an idea. We'll talk about it when we're off mic here in a couple minutes. Just remind me. But
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
am I confusing you?
Remind me of Sean Connery's background, like where he's from.
He's Scottish. Yeah, he's Scottish.
Okay.
That's what.
So they had the opportunity just to have a dude who actually sounds Scottish because he is play a part, but instead they made a dude that I don't know if or is not Scottish,
Okay.
not, and then him
Okay.
Spanish. I don't want to hear any more about this movie.
Okay. So Christopher Lambert is Connor MacLeod, a 16th century immortal born in Glenfinnan, Scotland, near the shores of Loch Shiel. Okay, under the alias Russell Nash, he lives and works as an antique dealer in New York in 1985. Sean Connery as Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez, an Egyptian immortal who has lived for centuries in both Japan and later Spain. An highly adept swordsman, he seeks out Connor and insists on taking him on as his pupil to defeat the Kurgan, knowing that he must not win the prize. All right, so let's see. Connor's history, series flashback, blah blah blah. Exchange for Slate Connor. So humans born with the power of the quickening become immortal if they suffer a premature death by unnatural means, such as violence. After this first death, they are ageless and cannot definitively die unless their head is removed or destroyed. From the time they are born, immortals and pre-immortals cannot biologically have children. Immortals can sense each other's presence and may take the quickening, the essence or power that makes them immortal, from another one of their kind by beheading them. They duel each other across centuries, a deadly game with few rules. One day, the last few will fight during the gathering, and the survivor will win the prize. The collected energy of all immortals who have ever lived, enough power to conquer or destroy humanity. In the end, there can only be one. So, what I want to do, Todd, is I think we should do. All right, go. I like both of those movies, so fuck off. See this? I know you did. I was waiting for it that whole time. I know, because it's not disappointing. So here's my idea. one of the days that we're both off, we watch and record our reaction. We watch Highlander, all right? We'll break it up, whatever, because they're coming out with a reboot of it. And, well, we'll talk more about this upcoming Wednesday on Crossing the. We're gonna talk about it Wednesday, Todd, on Crossing the Streams. Go on. We got anything else? All right. Peace out, bitches.